The Siena Saints women's basketball program is headed to the WBI championship game after a 65-54 victory over Mercer in the semifinals Wednesday night at the Arc, and now they're headed to Louisiana. Joining us now is Jacques, the head coach of the Siena women's basketball program. Coach Jacques, first of all, congratulations to you and your team. This is awesome.
Thank you so much. We're pretty excited.
Now, the big question is, what color shoes will you be wearing on Sunday?
We'll see. It's funny you say that because I have several options. I'm not quite sure which way I'm going to go yet. I had this one great idea for an outfit planned out, and then UPS did not deliver on time, so I have to go to backup plans.
Don't blame Dan, the UPS man, though. He's our top listener. Dan, the UPS man's a really good guy, so I'm sure it was somebody at corporate.
He usually does a great job, but I don't know what happened. So, no, I've got, we'll probably go with green. That's been good for us.
I don't even know if I can go on. I mean, it's hard enough for you have to go through this whole thing with 7 girls, and you go to the championship, and now you don't even have your outfit. I'm out.
Head coach problems. What can I say?
There you go. Hashtag head coach problems.
I feel like if Patsos was being honest, he's had the same issue. I had this great jacket coming. It didn't get here in time.
We have a lot in common, me and Jimmy.
Yeah, I can see that. Your heels have been taking over the headlines, but so has your team. Coach, you guys have had just a huge turnaround from last season to this year, one of the biggest in the program's history. Now when you look at this WBI championship game, how have you all done it? How have you gotten to this point of your tournament, of the season?
It's really been a process, and everyone told me that, take it a day at a time, this, that, and the other thing, all those coaches' cliches. But I think this season we really have had to stay focused on the little things because, we just haven't had the luxury of, in some ways having a backup plan, quite honestly. So we've had to make work what we've got. And, I think we've just really encouraged our players to just be themselves, be the best versions of themselves they can be ready for change, be ready to make, adaptations here and there. And, they've been all in. So, it's been a really fun ride. And it's nice to know we only have one game left, to be honest with you. I've only got one more scout to do. Win or lose, I say this is a pretty successful season.
Coach, how important is it to finish this journey, to go and win the WBI? A lot of people in your situation would be like, man, we made the championship game with the deck stacked against us. We can rest on our laurels on that one. How important is it to you and the girls to finish this thing and win the WBI?
Well, I think, and I don't usually talk about myself, but I think that if you know me at all, you know that I'm a pretty impassionate, intense person, and the reason I coach is to win championships. I had the chance to win a national championship as a player, and it was, probably one of the best days of my life, no question. And to know for that 1 second that you're the best is a pretty unique feeling, and to have the opportunity and put yourselves in position to get that done, you're there, man. So you got to take advantage of it because you might never be there again.
Siena women's basketball coach Jacques with Armen Levack on 104.5. The team, the Siena women, are in the WBI championship game on Sunday at 5 o'clock. And, Coach, the most important question that Levack and I have is when you go to Louisiana to play the school, any time for gumbo, any time for shrimp, any kind of food you can mix in there.
It's so funny because our players, all they know is New Orleans, so they're all excited. They thought we were going to New Orleans. I'm like, no, we're going to where there's alligators and it's the swamp. And I'm hoping Sunday night. I'm hoping Sunday night we'll be celebrating a win, and we'll get to have a chance to enjoy Louisiana cuisine and have some crawfish and do that whole thing. But up until that, it's going to be our normal routine. We fly out early tomorrow morning. We're driving down to LaGuardia tonight. Fly out real early tomorrow morning. It is not an easy place to get to, by the way. So that's we'll just tack something else on. We'll just overcome that. But we'll have a pretty normal, pregame and everything Saturday and Sunday morning. But hopefully Sunday night we can enjoy. I think we have to fly out of Baton Rouge, so hopefully we can enjoy some crawfish and gumbo and all that good stuff.
Your most difficult challenge of the weekend might be LaGuardia. Just saying, that place by itself.
Oh, no question. Getting out of New York, right?
That might be the first time only having 7 girls is an advantage, less to keep track of.
Let's go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, it's funny because I was going to make a joke about the food. Don't eat the spicy food before the game. You can't afford to have a girl not be ready to go. But, I mean, it's the God's honest truth. You got to worry about everything. It's hard enough to play with 7. You can't play with 6.
Exactly. No, I mean, it's been like that all year. There's not room for error on certain things. But you know what? There's one game left, and we know that. And there's no reason to be cautious, and there's no reason to hold back now. And, we're just going to be ourselves, do our thing. We're going to trust what's gotten us here. And hopefully we can bring that trophy back home.
Now, it is unfortunate you won't be at the Arc because number 2 seeded Louisiana. I'm sure it's going to be loud there. How do you prepare your team for the environment they're about to go into?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll find out. I don't think they're gonna. I think the accent might throw our kids off, so they might not understand everything that's coming
Just
at them.
Just watch Waterboy.
But, there you go.
Yeah, yeah. Find the positive, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, when you're playing in that kind of environment, it's about us. And you're pretty locked in, anyways. We've handled some pretty good crowds on the road. I mean, Marist was a great crowd, and it's loud in there, and. I've lost my voice plenty this year, so they're on. They're just our players are different right now. I don't know how to describe it. I've talked to a couple of coaching buddies, and it's all coming from within the team at this point. I just feel like I call plays here and there, and they do what we tell them to do and put them in position, but they're kind of on autopilot right now. They got this thing together, and I just can't wait to sit on the sidelines and coach them one more time.
Coach, we're wishing you the best, and we're hoping that when we have this conversation early next week, it's about how great a win in the WBI is going to propel the Siena Saints women further in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. We'll hope to bring it back for you guys.
Sounds good. Bring it back and then come join us in the studio. We'll have some fun.
Sounds great. Go Saints.